Well, if you are looking to shine, this is the man who can help you. Joining us today is Mr. Raju Mehta, the General Manager of Paseo Jewelers in Palm Desert. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well. I know you've been very busy.
Yes, I have been. We had a beautiful Fashion Week showing.
Yes.
And we just went out with a new ad in newspaper. And yes, we are busy.
I love it. I love it. So I've got a series of questions for you. I think today we're going to put a bit of emphasis on engagement rings.
Okay.
Is that all right for you?
That's perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Well, my first question is, how much of your business is engagement rings and wedding bands?
Our business is very little part is engagement ring and wedding bands because the customer base we have is mostly 50 plus, which are most of these people are already married and they're buying different stones. So we get very little of engagement ring. We get a lot of people buying bigger diamonds and bigger rings, and they're buying a lot of anniversary band and eternity bands. So we do a lot more business of different jewelry than engagement ring and wedding.
I see. I was hoping that you would segue into some fun love story about some engagement rings or wedding
Oh,
bands.
love stories are there.
Okay, give me something.
Sure. As diamond is the ultimate symbol of eternal love. I had, two sons. One son brought down her mother in wheelchair and the another one in wheelchair. They were 90 plus, and he bought a 6-carat diamond from me and put on his girlfriend's finger, and they got engaged in my store. That was 24th December, and 26th December, they got married. And for a few years, he continued buying it till he passed away last year. God rest him in peace. But at 90 plus, I saw the love in their eye was unbelievable. So who said you can't find love? Now, they did get engagement ring from my store. But
that is one example of a few.
Another one I just had last few months back in our new store, and 85 and 86-year-old men and women got engaged in the store. So yes, and I have sold a 102-year-old man a ring for his young 83-year-old wife, girlfriend. It's a true story.
Welcome to the Coachella Valley. I love it.
Of course, that's the Coachella Valley. But sometimes you see the love in people's eye is like you have never seen. So
right.
It's not like that you are 15, 16 and you have crush on a guy.
Puppy love.
Puppy love. This is pure, mature love going on.
I love these stories. I love this.
Yeah.
So is there a trend, do you think, with older people kind of getting engaged or finding new love?
Oh yeah, in this country, this part of Valley, they do find new love because unfortunately the customer base we have, people do pass away.
Yeah.
And they leave other spouse alone, and loneliness is the worst thing sometimes.
Right.
So they are looking for new partner or sometime new love.
Right.
And it happens all the time.
Yeah.
So that way I sell engagement rings, but that's very little part of our business.
I see. Tell me this, as far as wedding rings go and engagement rings, do women tend to kind of upgrade their rings? Is that something that happens often?
Oh, upgrades are quite normal occasion in our store. And I always say diamond shrinks on women's body. That's what I tell my customer. And another thing, I have a lot of spouses or boyfriend, they show like they're angry at me, which they are not. And I tell them, don't be angry at me. I'm helping you to keep your wife or girlfriend happy.
Right. You're the good guy.
Yeah. So, when they buy a 2-carat diamond, they get used to it. The first they buy it looks very big, but they get used to it, or their friends started buying bigger. So, the diamond shrinks on women's body.
Right.
And, in our store, most of the merchandise, you get 100% trade-in value, whether you turn in 6 months or after 5 years, it doesn't matter.
That's important.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Our main motto in our store is customer is right, and we'll take care of our customer.
You heard that first, everyone. Customer is right. I love it.
Yeah.
You can find El Paseo Jewelers at 73520 El Paseo, Suite E in Palm Desert. You can also find them online at elpaseojewelers.com or call them at 760-773-1040. Thank you for stopping by again, Raju. I love having you here.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, always. We'll be back with more desert living for you in just a moment.